Let's see what Kanye's ex is up to.
Are you dating anyone?
Oh, no. I have like sworn off men. I just, it's like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, I'm like, I'm happy, everything's fine. Like, why would I want to throw anything in the mix that might, like, mess up my feng shui, so to speak? Like,
Okay, dude, what if you find yourself like me, almost 8 years later, still single?
aren't you so happy though?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the best.
I feel like they're lying.
I am.
That didn't seem genuine.
Prove it a little more.
Okay.
Yes.
What is it that would be a great...
That I'm looking for?
Yeah.
I've made this list. So
Okay, good. I want it.
it would need to be
got a
someone
list,
who
though.
also has kids so that they understand that, like, they can never come first. That's a big one. Then it would have to be someone that's okay with seeing me once a week for a 2-hour window. Also, they have a driving force in their life that, like, isn't me. You know what I mean? I can't be the center of somebody's life. Like, I can't have someone's world revolve around me. I tend to get into those kinds of relationships, and it just never ends well because ultimately whatever vision of me they're projecting onto me isn't who I actually am. And then when they see who I actually am, they're like, oh, well,
Well, you'll love me. In every relationship I've ever
Well,
been
hold
in,
on. There's one
I
more.
always come
There's
first.
one more clip.
One more Julia Fox
Yeah.
from Uncut Gems, the Adam Sandler movie.
That's where
That's where
she's
she's from. Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
a baddie in that movie.
She's pretty.
I like forget her a little bit. I don't know. She rubbed me the wrong way there.
Well, because she was cheating on her mans with The Weeknd.
On Kanye
No, she was cheating on Sandler.
with The Weeknd.
Because Sandler was cheating on his wife. Come on.
Uncut Gems.
With The Weeknd, he's in that.
Yeah, watch the
No, I
movie.
forgot. I did watch it a while ago. He dies, but
Oh!
I had to prove I watched it. You forced me into that, dude. Don't put my back against the wall. I come out swinging, bro.
Oof!
I'm a animal, dude.
It's been out
Don't
for a
play.
while.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. For
All right, let's play this clip with old Matt Rife.
And Napoleon dies at the end.
The Titanic sinks.
I hate men. No.
That's a lie.
All right. Candice, what are we looking at here?
I think you're looking at, in my opinion, a bad mom.
Ooh.
She's got a son, right?
Spicy.
So that's a big accusation, and I hope I'm wrong, but I think you can't you can't go on all of these public interviews and think that it's funny and try to get women to hate men when you're supposed to be raising one. Like, what is he gonna think? That there's something fundamentally wrong with me because I was born a boy? Like, I'm sorry, being born a boy is not a condition. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. And the minute that the sexes stop fighting with each other, I think we're gonna all be in a better place. But it's just insane, and I think it's really irresponsible.
I totally agree. I think the division amongst, sexes, genders, race, all that stuff is just, it's nuts. It's really crazy. It's like an idiot's game.
It's almost
It's a
like
distraction.
It's also probably inorganic, right? I mean, like it's probably being shoved on us. But she is single and super hot, so let me defend her. Somebody that attractive their whole life has probably seen more of the worst men have to offer than anybody else. Somebody who let's say that they developed early, they've been sexualized from the time that they were 14, 15 years old, and they have had every man they've ever met either be gay or want to put something inside of them. So if every time I looked at somebody, I knew that they wanted to penetrate me, I'd probably have a certain feeling about that gender as well. So I think it's not necessarily right, obviously, how she feels,
Well, I'm
but
not
I kind of
necessarily
understand it.
the Hunchback of Notre Dame, and I don't have that opinion of men.
Well, you've
you know what I
also,
mean?
yeah, but I mean, but speak on that for a little bit. I mean, you've had, I would imagine, some more negative interactions with people than a lot of other women have, right? So why do you not have that same kind of jaded perspective on it? Because she's not alone. I've heard Megan Fox say this. I've heard it seems to be You know, and they're
Do
in
you
LA.
think she's like a sane, healthy-minded woman?
Megan Fox,
Yeah.
or maybe it's something with the last name.
She's like drinking her boyfriend's
Fox
blood,
sisters.
and
Yeah,
I think both of her sons are trans, like both of
Yep.
them, and that's statistically
Oof.
impossible.
well, you're also talking about people that are in LA. You're talking about people that had to, you know, view themselves not necessarily as a human being, but as a commodity, right? And it's not like she's dating Tom, the waiter at Applebee's. The people that she dates are incredibly high value individuals who are looking for a certain thing as well, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, she has spent a lot of her life, whether she intended to or not, she spent a lot of her life as a trophy. I mean, that's something that you achieve. That's something that you get to put on your mantle for everybody to be like, damn, that dude got that. Not necessarily to be my wife, my partner. You know, this is the buck. This is the 16-point buck that I nailed.
Well, it's
you know,
all relative. I think it's all relative. I think like you could be a 10 and you're dealing with shitty men and shitty women because like there's the jealousy, and you could be a 3 and you're dealing with shitty men and shitty women because of jealousy, because it's like no one's going so out of their league, right? Like people tend to kind of congregate in their level. So if you're, not attractive.
I don't know if that's true. Yes or no? Do you see when we were in?
No, I hear what you're saying, Candice. You know, like people like us, like we're like over.
Right, like the pretty people.
No. I think this is like a thing of like she's hurt. She's been hurt obviously
sure.
by
Yeah.
something in the past, and everybody gets hurt by something in their past, and there's got to be a certain way that you respond to it. You got to respond to it with resilience. You don't go hating an entire sex.
Especially when you have a son.
That's yeah, no.
You know what I mean? It's your
100%.
job
You're
to
absolutely
heal your.
right. Yeah.
So if you're a woman and you're feeling like, man, I agree with what she's saying, but I want to heal my shit, what should she do?
I mean, it's all dependent on whatever your trauma is or whatever your issue is with your dad or the masculine. It's usually your dad, honestly. They always say, like, the dad sets up the example of what a woman is supposed to look for in a husband. So how he treats her is what she's going to kind of look for. And unfortunately, we have a whole bunch of shitty dads, and mine included.
My dad was pretty great.
But
Is pretty great.
it comes down to
Gall's a
like
fucking
worthiness
G.
too, right? So if you have this underlying or subconscious feeling of unworthiness, you're gonna start dating men that treat you that way because you don't feel like you deserve better. So a lot of it just comes down to believing your own worth and your own value and putting in the time for personal development and reading.
Do you think that's something that happened to you and you had to kind of circumvent that?
Yeah, I had a lot of bad dating behaviors. Like I was always dating guys that like I absolutely knew I was not going to end up with, that were just bad news.
What was your attraction? What brought you there?
What do you mean?
What brought you into a situation that you knew wasn't right for you?
I think it was just so, like anything else, you have so much pain in something that it's you either say I'm going to submit and this is going to be my life, or I have to do something wildly different to get out of it. And I was in a really bad relationship, back and forth between like 2 different guys, and both of them were really shitty. So if I'd be with one, we'd break up, and then the other, and you know what I mean? And in my mind, that was it. Like I had to figure it out with one of them because I was never gonna.
Had to be the one in your brain.
Right, because like no one else would ever love me. It was impossible. I was like so unlovable that was my lot. And then you realize like that's ridiculous, and that is just some program.
What did it take for you to realize that?
So I got sick. I was told I was infertile because of I had got endometriosis, and it was really bad. Like I had to have surgery for it and everything. So I was told I was infertile, and then the guy that I was with for like 8 years basically said, fuck you, because I wanted kids, and started going out with other girls, doing drugs, partying, drinking while I was at home by myself. And I was like, this is not the life I want. Yeah, this is insane.
So you ditched that guy, and then kind of from that hard experience, you were able to grow and really find your own self-worth and shit like that?
Yeah,
Nice.
it's a process.
Yeah. That's what's up.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I think everybody.
I just think that's something people especially women, young women, should hear. You know what I mean?
No doubt about it. Everybody has their shit, man. Everybody has their shit. I do want to circle back to one thing you said before about how everybody's kind of like at their level. I don't think that's true. I think men outkick their coverage far more than women do. Especially, I was going to say, down when we were in Medellin, it was insane.
What are you talking about?
The, like, an uglier,
Yeah, but
older guy.
Those guys are paying for it. Like those
but I
are
mean,
prostitutes that they're going to.
No,
That doesn't count, Gerard.
I'm not
What?
bullshit.
I was saying that doesn't count.
That's
yeah,
nonsense.
if they're paying for it, doesn't
Yeah,
count.
no, it's not a genuine like love connection. That
So how do you explain LA?
They're paying for it.
So then you think every woman who's in a relationship with an older, uglier guy it's just out of monetary convenience?
It's a security on some level. Financial security, reliability.
You don't think it's going to be like a
consistency.
certain like I know he's not going to cheat, or if he cheats, I don't like him enough to care. So it's like
I don't think that I don't like him enough to care. I think that there's just a certain social understanding,
like
a
safety
contract.
thing,
Yeah.
kinda?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like he's
take-
providing for me. So
I think it's a little bit of maybe they like the comfort. They're staying in a comfort zone.
Yeah.
Not taking the chance to find genuine love, and are just like, you know what, I can have this guy and I can have all these things too. You know what I mean? I think there's a little cost benefit analysis going on.
I can't wait to be in a divorce and tell the judge, I was told if I pay for it, it didn't count. So what are we even doing?
I've heard people say,
What are we even
you do
doing
your
here?
first marriage for love and your second marriage for money. I heard
I've
that's
heard
like
that
a
too.
woman's thing.
The
Your first
is-
marriage is for like true love, and then your next marriage is for money.
Wow. Well, that just goes to show
You've heard that before too?
Mm-hmm.
that just goes to show the type of Jersey Shore princesses I was dating, because I heard the first one's for money and the second one's for love.
Ah.
So yeah,
that would make more sense.
it's like way
Yeah,
more
right.
sense,
Yeah.
right?